What's going on, it's Chris, and welcome back to a brand new Legacy Fortnite video, and today we're back with a different type of video. As you know, recently I started Season 2, and today we're doing... This is an idea that had been flowing around my head before I started Season 2 of the series recently, which is doing a full-on tour of the first season's world, basically kind of giving you guys an idea how big this world actually is and how much stuff is in it, and for people that are new, get to see a lot of the stuff that you may have not seen before, and get some behind the scenes stuff too. For this video, I'm not going to go as in-depth as I did in the other videos in the series, which I'll leave a link in the playlist and probably a card above right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some cool behind the scenes stuff, as well as showcasing some of the builds that you may be familiar with and some stuff you may not know, which just jumping right into things, we have the area that was used primarily for part 6, part 12, I'm pretty sure, and the later episodes of the series over here, which is the Daily Bugle and Daily Bugle 2, 2.0 basically. So the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza area was going to be expanded way more than what it was. I think that's a bit obvious. It also is the most viewed video on my channel, not counting shorts, which is still mind-baffling. 3 to 4 months later, honestly, it means the world to me, and I want to say thank you once again. I don't really talk about this stuff, but it really does mean a lot to me. And this video brought together the police station, this little gas station build, which I actually really like. For what it was cool. The vision came together, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza itself, which I'm gonna give a rough kind of inside tour of once again. This was a fun idea I had around when the whole speculation of FNAF and Fortnite were coming together, and I built FNAF pizzerias so many times, specifically FNAF 1 pizzeria so many times, so it was a lot of fun to make it in LEGO Fortnite, and possibly one of my favorite builds of Season 1 of Legacy Fortnite. And of course you have a little kitchen here. It's so simple, yeah, it's like a cool build. That just shows you how, like, you don't have to go on a grand scale to make something absolutely incredible. Also, the Freddy head looks sick. Also, the one build, that video they did kick off randomly, which kind of was funny to me, was the Daily Bugle. More specifically, this bugle. Totally not for any specific reason. As a few weeks after I posted that video, LEGO Fortnite themselves released their own Daily Bugle gallery, which using that I made something that I much love more. It's an incredible build. And there's a lot of ideas I'll put for it. And obviously, it's based on the Marvel modular building that released 3 years ago, actually. That started the whole chain of modular buildings for Marvel. And supposedly, we might be getting a new chain of modular buildings that's for DC next year, if the Arkham Asylum says what I think it is, which that would be sick. Now, these two buildings over here are based upon the original Legacy series that I did on my channel when I first started doing, when my channel first kicked off all the way back in 2021. And this was kind of like the Halloween store and Papa Bell's Pizza, which are fun. I loved it. And it was kind of fun remaking these iconic little Legacy builds. And they're kind of a passing of the torch from the new Supreme series from the old. And I find it neat. Now over here, of course, you got Retail Row. This area is really inspired by Retail Row. There's a few things I want to kind of talk about here. Once again, I'm not going to go full on depth because of the lag and stuff going on here. But you see most of the buildings are basically, the structure is definitely, once again, based upon Retail Row. There's a lot here that you may recognize. Of course, you got the Gerber Family Price and Taco Store. You got a lot of like little houses here. And if you were watching this video, you may know the running gag that kind of came from this video is the green chairs. The sentient green chairs, which are haunting this little city over here. And this video also marked the trend of the sunglasses making an appearance in every single video due to a comment that a viewer suggested as a fun little joke. Because they said put glasses on a table. I didn't know which table they talked about because it said it had to be on a table, so it became a running gag at this point. But that just sums up this area as a whole. There's a lot of stuff that's from Retail Row, like this little... But going forward with this, I want to kind of mention some other things as we continue going here. This area was going to be way larger, but due to lag, due to that, what you're seeing right now, I decided not to. It is part of the reason why I took such a long break from the series, and why I decided to start Season 2 in the first place. And speaking of which, we're going to go to, I think, what would be a good place to start from? I think the next good place is probably starting at the beginning. In the beginning, being part 1, 2, 3, and 5. These are probably some of the more less iconic episodes of the series. Part 5 kind of started the chain of the series being as great as it is. And also my first ever Lego kit review, which I might make more of in the future if you guys want to see more of that. But the game is gonna be really laggy, so I'm not gonna go super in depth. Okay. I'm not gonna go super in depth with everything because this area is super laggy, totally not doing to me messing around the own time right here. But over there is part 5. You remember part 5? And the finale also took place right there. What happened here, basically, it was called Mascot City. The first video in a long time that hit like 500 views on my channel. No, not 500 views, like 200 views, which to me was mind-blowing. I know it sounds small, but it's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing me, and I'm honestly thankful. You got Tyne's Tower, you got Toad, which you can barely see. You got Wayne Tower. Once again, I'm not gonna go fully close to it because lag, and I don't want you guys to suffer as much as I suffer every single time I'm in this world. You get the point, you get the gist. Over here you got like the part 1 and 2 area over here. So this is like the little Pleasant Park build. You got the little park in the middle. You got the buildings, which I'm gonna kind of get close so you can actually see more of it, so the meshes can load in. But this is like at the very start of Lego Fortnite in December of last year, and for what it was, I like it. It's not much, but it's really impressive for what it is, and it's just cool. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before the lag starts. Also, you got this little beach house over here, which I don't give enough credit to. It's one of the funner builds, and which started kind of the miniature storyline of the Lego City Fortnite series. And then over here, once again, this was actually where the review started. Over here, this review started because you had the little house over there, and you had the house over here. Which, if you're watch that video, you may know this build right here. As part of the review, being the little fish house, where I was like, fish! And a ram llama floating. That's where the joke originated. And it's kind of funny just knowing that this house is still here. The Durburger area, though, it got obliterated. It gone. It's a wasteland now. Look at that. Look at that in that makeshift TIE fighter. It's all gone, and that's where it was. Right there. The Durburger area. But going forward, there's another fun thing that you may not know. If you're a long-time viewer, you actually may know this. Is that my little platform is somewhere over here from the beginning of episode 3, which episode 3's area is like over here, which I'm just gonna go over real quick. With this, but for what we had back then, it was decent enough in my opinion. There's a lot. As you see, the roof's empty. The builds don't look cool. I want to say that, and one of my favorite areas of the like traditional areas, like this little fighting ring, I think that's cool, and then also this little balcony area over here. This is like my own little favorite area. And the original idea for part 5, before I did actually go with the Mascot City idea, was a Shredder themed thing, which I'm probably gonna revisit for episode 2 of season 2, because over here we had like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer thing, which is not the best thing in the world. I'm gonna be for real. I'm not a big fan of all of this, because during time I did not know that I could use this to just do like that stuff, so I couldn't really just work around things as much as I can now. But you got that stuff going on. There's a lot that like it's cool just seeing how the series started, and also you can see this. It actually bothers me. But going this way, you get to see like one of the other iconic videos of the series. Oh wait, no, I get to show something off. I get to show something really cool off. It's another scrapped concept for part 5. No, I'm pretty sure part 6 was gonna be Shredder. Actually, part 6 is gonna be Shredder. The original idea for part 5 was gonna be a campground. Look at this. Look at this. This is scrapped. This was scrapped. You never get to see this in videos. You never see this. You're getting exclusive content right here. This is basically the original idea for this. Was I want to utilize most, if not all, the pieces in Lego Fortnite for at least an episode series. And what you have here is like a rough like campsite area, which was gonna be for part 5 of the series. I decided against that, and I went forward with Mascot City. But if you know why it's here, also is because I wanted to connect areas of the world. I wanted to make everything feel more interconnected. And speaking of which, behold, the probably second most popular Legacy Fortnite video on the channel, being the Polar Peak Castle, which is technically part 7, right? Part 8, yeah. Part 8 of the series was probably one of the more popular episodes, and I understand why, because I absolutely loved it. It was fun making it, and that's the whole thing with the series that I love. Most of the time when I make episodes that are just fun for me to make, those turn out to be the best, because the series after a certain point was starting to feel like more of me just like, I gotta make video. Like the mindset was trying to sneak in from the original Legacy series all the way back then. I was like, time to take a break and try to figure out like how to fix things for myself. Because I don't want to get to the point where I just feel like I have to make the videos for the sake of making videos. I want to make it fun for me. But over here you got Polar Peak's Castle, Ice King's Castle, technically the Empire's Castle now. At one point, there was originally going to be a storyline, as you know, there's a storyline to the series, where basically this story was going to lead somewhere. There was going to be a mystical Ice King relic in there, because if you've read the comics, you would know that Ice King has tons of relics. No, I'm not opening that door because that relic is actually in there. And it may be connected to Season 2 somehow. But over here you got the little meeting area. There's so much I loved with this thing. Like I remember bragging about this on Instagram when I first made this. And of course all of the buildings are actually destroyed due to the Empire's reign. So you got some of the props stuff over here from the Empire, from the Ice King's village that's gotten towing over. You got so much stuff. This is actually Wayne Manor because Batman was a integral part of the early days of the Legacy Fortnite story in the early episodes. It was continued referencing him until I feel like after like part, not like literally after part 8, I stopped referencing Batman. Possibly because I was kind of hoping they would add Lego Batman into Fortnite, but it seems like they're adding him sooner rather than later, which is good. If you have heard the news. But yeah, you got a little makeshift bat symbol. You got some stuff in here. Someone's taking Batman's house. That's interesting. But of course you got some other stuff going on over here, which is pretty cool. Like this build overall is amazing. You got like design techniques. Originally I was thinking about making a video where basically we had to like storm here. You have so much cool stuff going on, and it's really cool, and I absolutely love it. Which going forward, we're going to continue on to my the most underrated episode of the series. Actually, I want to bring this attention. And I'm gonna go more in depth with this than anything. Part X, Part 10, also known as the X-Men. Now, this episode itself was pretty much made, planned to be released around when I graduated high school, but it was delayed by a week so I can make it perfect. And it upsets me that I'm normally someone that doesn't care about views. Okay, I'll be legit with you. I'm gonna be for real. I'm someone that doesn't normally care about views. However, I love this episode. Like for a short period of time where we can name villages. This was one of the first POIs I changed before they reburned it to where you couldn't do it anymore. However, if you changed the name already, you could keep it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Ray, look at this. I'm ready for the freaking intro. Okay, I'm gonna show you myself. Welcome to the X Mansion, boys. You see, I named this thing. I absolutely love this video. This like, there's so much about it I love. From like both a just a building standpoint and also just like, because it was the first time I was trying to implement like Minecraft detail stuff for like depth. It's all with the same it's somewhat the same size as the actual Lego set, besides having like 2 windows. It goes up to free. But like, I absolutely loved it. It was fun. Speaking of the Lego expansion, it's actually an incredible set, even though it's like small. I like it, and I really like this build, man. I love it for what it is. Huh? We don't acknowledge that. We don't acknowledge that. But whoa, they increased the bill limit, right? No way, they increased the bill limit. They increased the bill limit. Yo. Okay. So the last time I was here, this build was actually at max build limit, and now it's not. Oh, yo, so this is also one of my favorite rooms. This is actually based on like World Superheroes here. I'm not gonna stay too long, but I'm gonna show some like my favorite parts of this build. You got like Xavier's room. You have like, oh my god, I love this build. It kind of saddens me that it was like probably one of the most least viewed videos in the entire series, because it was my favorite, man. It hit hard. You got that. You got like supposed to be like a Deadpool fish, and over here you got more stuff like a danger room based on FNAF before I made the FNAF episode. And then you got this, and then you got this little locker room based on the pictures of the actual like Airbnb expansion that you can go to. And you got a little meeting lab that has like the Polar Peak thing here, and some Imperial stuff. And you got Deadpool's room, because Deadpool just decided to hijack a room for himself. You got like so much cool stuff, man. You got like even Magneto's cell right there too. And you got on this side, you got like Beast Lab and Cerebro, like right there, and then you got like this little Cerebro right there. It's so cool, man. And like I said, it kind of sounds to me that was probably one of the least views in the entire series, but to me, probably the most fun I had making one of these videos. And with that being said, we're gonna kind of quickly jump towards some other video like sections of this series. I think I'm gonna start with part 5. One more layer episodes, Doom's Domain, which I'm gonna give you guys more context for this one. They gotta make it more interesting. One Marvel video to another. That it makes sense to me. But part 5 in general, no part Doom's Domain. I think I stopped doing parts in the series, but Doom's Domain, well, called Absolute Doom by the time I was done working on it, was a video that I was memeing on over on Instagram for a while. Because I announced it to originally release after. It was originally going to be part 12, actually. It was 100% going to be part 12. Because I got burnt out, I just decided to. Just give it a second. Just give it a second, man. The game just needs to correct itself. Just give it a second. But because I got burnt out during time, I decided to take a break, and that's when the whole like hardcore series for Lego Fortnite started from my channel. And then after that happened, I went to start making part 12. This part 12 that you know, which is the FNAF video, and then I worked on Doom's Domain. Which Doom's Domain, I'm gonna be legit with you, as I've somehow phased from a mountain. Okay. It's probably the longest time I took to make a Legacy Fortnite video. Which I know doesn't say much. How is this area more laggy than like the X Mansion did? It used to be the other way around. But yeah, you got like some stuff going on here. But the idea was basically I was gonna build up continuously. Can I move? No. Just let the game do its thing. But this video itself took so long to build, and I was so excited. There was so many ideas. If you saw the video, it had like a concept art, and one of my fears with the video, which became very apparent very quickly, was the actual build limit. Which, if you don't know, Lego Fortnite has a very much a incredible build limit, which I love deeply, and you see this gonna be this is as far as I could get, unless they change though. I'm actually gonna check this out. How they update? Yeah, too many builds nearby. Yeah. And of course, part 2 of Doom, it was gonna be like a 2-part thing where basically I was gonna build this first, and then I was gonna go work on Doom's Castle. I got just lost all interest due to the build limit thing. So part 2 never came to be fully made, which it was gonna be the next video in the series after this guy over here showed up. As you see, it's the part of the finale video where I was trying to break the build limit myself. As you had Dr. Doom's Doom Fortress of Doom, as I called it, and you had like a bat logo, you have Bender on top, and then you have like a castle, like a Dr. Doom's little miniature makeshift castle that can go anywhere he wants to. You got a civil support board, you got like a little thing going on there, you got his throne. It was a fun build, one of my favorite things ever. I love this thing. It's like they didn't even make it like a good appearance in the original video. I love it. But with that being said, that's pretty much Doom's Domain. As you see, this build took forever. Due to the fact it's like more of a motivation thing. I was like pushing myself to finish this, and kind of sad that I probably will never be able to finish it fully. Curse you, build a bit! But last if not most, there's a few things I do want to talk about before I end the video, which we are getting close to, as you see, and that is part 5, no, part 6 and part 7, and part 8. It's still part 8, because it was the beginning of part 8. Take me to the battle bus! Part 7, part 6 was, part 6 and part 7, and part 8 were all part of like this kind of weird trilogy of videos that were all interconnected in some fashion. If you know, basically it's like an Imperial Rebel base, and I made it before the Star Wars update kind of sort of launched, if that makes any sense. And part 11, I'm actually going to go to part 11 too, since that's also here. Holy crap! Immediately once I said that! I know, like, I'm not, like, the thing is here. Let me jump, let me out of here, let me out of here. I need out. I'm stuck in this bus. Let me out! Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Ah, yes. This area, I hope it's not as laggy. Dear God, I hope it's not as laggy. But the video started with this area. No, it didn't start with this area. It started with that area. Part 6. Oh. Part 6 is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna be for real with you. It's basically a whole post-apocalyptic town built upon stilts. It's kind of a little cool here. It's been a while since I last been in this area. But it's really cool. You got like a makeshift bat cave over here. And of course, you got the same stuff going on over here as normal. You even got this crafting bench, which we don't really have anymore in LEGO Fortnite. So if you're an OG viewer, an OG player of LEGO Fortnite, that's something that's going to be in this world, in like older worlds of LEGO Fortnite, since they removed it. And there's not really much to say. You got like a little town hall meeting over here with like this meeting room. And then of course you got like all this stuff. I kind of like the idea that it just turns like a rebel base eventually, and it kind of just fits with the theme a bit more, because it was going to be around like season Wrecked was released, and yeah, it was cool. I liked it. And over here you got like the little water area, which is supposed to be the original village, but underneath, but got destroyed, and then he started building up a new village, which is kind of the story of why he started over there. And of course over here you got my actual house, which I used in chapter 1 when I made like base battles against my siblings. This is really cool. I really like this. It's my little hangout spot. I gotta sleep till morning. It's my bed. My own little area. I love it. There's no place like home. But there's so cool stuff here. It's like I love building this iconic build for me. And there's not much to say over here too. Besides like this cool little building roof design, which uses the Durberry pieces and the little traditional roof. And I think that's all I'm gonna really talk about this build. Of course, during this time I was still trying to get used to LEGO Fortnite, so you got a little scuffed things going on over here and some scuffed elements. You got a little like meeting room, I think like downstairs. This is like a little computer room. But down here you got like a little like meeting room over here, which is the Star Destroyer right there, so that kind of teases the whole Star Wars thing going on. And then over here, the final thing I think I can actually mention is you have Tatooine. Is it over here? I gotta make sure it's like I gotta make sure I'm going the right direction. No, I'm not going the right direction. Good thing I caught myself on that. But Tatooine is kind of like the center thing. It's like a post-apocalyptic Tatooine, which is the one of the videos I made after I went on like vacation to Niagara Falls in New York. That was fun. I love New York. I always wanted to visit there. I didn't get to see the city itself, but I got to go to the country, which was absolutely phenomenal. I'm very optimistic, guys. And you have this cool build, which once again, this is probably one of my favorite videos. It was the most fun making this because like I took a lot of the prefabs from the Tatooine thing and just changed it, made it look at post-apocalyptic, and made some custom builds myself, yes. But like the whole message of this video is you do not need to be like a skilled builder to kind of create something cool, because this is one of my favorite videos in the series itself. Because you have this in the middle, which is like its own little thing from Lego Fortnite that spawned here, and I just built around it. And then of course you have like Chaos Origins, little basement where you collected a lot of stuff. I love the lore behind Chaos Origins in the series, so it's probably gonna pass over into season 2, like a Fallout feel, which I love. And with that being said, I'm gonna try to go over here to the expansion. Don't mind this monument over here. Me trying to complete challenges to get through a pass. Don't acknowledge that. But over here we have a bus station. That's nice. I'm gonna take this to go to possibly the last area of this video, which is all the way in the Lost Isles, which is down here. Yeah. This was gonna be the final video of Lego City Fortnite. I was gonna start working on it again. I think this was like around September, November. When I started working on this, October. Yeah, it was October when the Black Adam leak thing happened a few weeks ago. Before I started working on season 2. So just to go over this, I want to just show this off because the final episode that I was indeed working on for a series was a Pirate Lagoon episode. Who knows? I might finish it, make that the legit final episode of season 1. And even though I'm doing season 1, oh no, scrap that idea. I am already lagging, even though there's no builds in this area. What is going on? Why am I lagging? Just see, I just flew up somehow. That makes sense. But the reason why I didn't finish this video specifically, was mainly due to lag. This is actually when I realized my goal during the finale was actually achieved, and I got the game to crash due to how laggy the world is. But this video was gonna be very much just a Pirate Lagoon type theme area. It was an idea I had for a little bit, and then I decided just like, nah. And once again, you got some stuff over here for me trying to do challenges for the Lost Isles Battle Pass over here. So I'm just gonna kind of keep that going over here. And then over here, I was kind of experimenting with like diagonal builds because there's like a plant right here, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, this video itself was never completed, once again because of lag, but it was very cool. And I might bring the idea back for season 2 at some point. I think there's a good chance that, who knows, episode 2 might be a pirate themed video. I don't know, because we're already in the Lost Isles during it for the Batcave, so I don't know what I'm gonna cook up when I come back from vacations after this video is posted. However, I know we're gonna do some cool stuff in the series, and I just want to say massive thank you to everyone who has watched season 1. And I definitely recommend check out season 2 as I continue posting it, because I think season 2 has found the right balance of what I learned from this series and how to make it more fun for me. And that's what I absolutely loved about Legacy Fortnite in general, is the series was not really meant for just views. It was meant as a little fun thing for me and my little brother, because he absolutely enjoys the series. And it just gained traction, which I absolutely love it. Which, once again, I'm so thankful for. And it's really cool to know that people enjoy the series as much as I do making it. And watching my own videos as I build stuff is pretty cool. And I want to continue trying to find the balance of tying into like informational videos, but also trying to show you guys how to do simple tricks or simple things like the whole build trick, which is probably more common to see, or the bat logo from the Batcave, or just stuff like that. I think it's a lot of fun to do. And yeah, I love the series Like, there's so many iconic moments, and I can't wait to see what Season 2 holds. And I hope you enjoyed this rough tour. I know I was like all over the place, but I want to kind of condense it down to like 20-ish minutes, which is pretty hard to do when you have hours worth of projects all in one world. If I had to estimate how long this world took in general, probably 40 to 50 hours, around 40 to 50, because some episodes took like 12 hours each to finish, but it doesn't sound like much. But like, I remember like someone was saying like why I don't do this stuff in survival mode. I realized while I was making the back game in survival mode that took forever. Like, I realized I want to get my vision done. That would take me weeks. Like, it could be done, but like I'd much rather just build it all in creative. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I absolutely hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're a new viewer, I definitely recommend subscribing for more Legacy Fortnite and content just like this. As always, like trying to push the boundaries of what I can do, but also how to make it more entertaining for both me and you guys, which I think is always the most important thing out there. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time. And also hope you guys have a spectacular day. I messed up the line there. But with that being said, I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone.